Okay, I get it. You guys have made your point. So let's look into this. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's DJ Wacket, and I'm back with another Apex Legends topic video for you guys. And on this one, to be fair, I wanted to get this in particular topic off my chest for some time right now, especially with me being a Mirage main. It seems like the community loves to target us Mirage mains in the center of being some jokes around memes, or even being portrayed to be the worst characters or the worst legend possible on this game. Despite the season 5 update on both, I feel like it's still something of a little inside community joke. But yeah, it's something that I've noticed across numerous times now. The main reason why I actually wanted to more focus on this video is because a while back I thought I'd check out all the trailers that was released across on Apex Legends official YouTube channel, and I checked out Mirage's introduction video. And of course, this was before the game actually launched, before it even got released. Everything was getting built up, the hype was going around, the marketing, the promo, etc. And one of the top comments was a fellow who said he was looking forward to playing as Mirage because it seems like his game style and his workplay. And then everyone, of course, naturally over time has jumped into this comment, stated that the comments age badly, that Mirage Mains suck, Mirage is a useless character, so forth, back and forth. So much so that I jumped in after Season 5 and said we were all looking forward to Season 5. It bamboozled everybody. Now Mirage is more powerful than ever. But yet, still, there are people in the community that would disagree and feel like Mirage doesn't bring much to the team. Now, rather than me going inside or outside telling you how to use Mirage and, you know, giving you tips and hints, there are plenty of YouTube videos across this entire community that's actually covered this in particular topic, where they've stated that Mirage is underrated. Here's how you use Mirage, tips and hints on Mirage. In fact, I'm going to plaster all these thumbnails across into your screen so you can see how many videos I've just been focused inside with this topic alone. Now, what I'm going to do in this vid instead is give you an understanding of how a guy like myself chose to work with Mirage, why I feel like he's the right suitable legend for me, and get you a bit of an understanding why people may go for this character and opt in for using Mirage as their main. So before we get anything started with Apex Legends, we need to focus on my gaming history. So let's take a look down memory lane. Right guys, so I'm a 90s kid, and for me the first time I ever got onto online multiplayer games was when I purchased my Xbox 360, and of course I got a subscription for Xbox Live Gold. I remember being mind blown when that was a thing. Honestly, it was just absolutely unique. It caught on like wildfire. Me and my friends after school were bashing games like Halo 3, Gears of War, Call of Duty 3 for hours on hours on end. It's what got me into online multiplayer games, and naturally it's made me the gamer I am today. But amongst all these huge massive titles that everyone's heard of, there was a game that my friends and I used to play quite regularly. It was called Shadowrun. Now, for those of you who have never heard of Shadowrun, basically it's a 16 versus 16 online shooter game, both first person and third person shooter. What also made it quite unique is you can cross platform play with people both on Xbox 360 and on PC. Back then 16 versus 16 was quite a large number on any games. Like it was rarely it did exist. So I remember being captivated. You could say it's a bit like a battle royale with having that large number of audience in one particular map. But what made Shadowrun quite cool, and what I feel like it involved onto my gameplay, was the element that you were able to customize and choose unique abilities for your individual character, much like you can do with Apex Legends. So with Shadowrun, you had 4 races that you can select from: humans, elves, trolls, and dwarves. Each of them had their own unique perk, ability, and of course it was depending on what you felt like was best for yourself. On top of that, you can choose an ability or a tech, as they called it, to help your gameplay further. So for myself, what I preferred doing was having this this clone feature that I can put forward onto my character that tricks my enemy into thinking that obviously that I'm over there, but rather than that gives it there's a duplicate version of me, much like Mirage's Bamboozled ability. There was also an ability where I can create a little smoke version of myself, so it was able to allow me to escape and avoid the battlefield should I need that ability to be used. And like I said, for myself, it was basically fighting enemies on my own turf and then trying to outwit my opponents. See, for everyone has unique gameplay moments. For example, you might be absolutely incredible on sniping skills, whilst I can use a sniper and pick it up and obviously do my best. I am not going to claim that I'm a pro expert hitman on a rifle. So for myself, I like to be more up close and personal. I like to outwit my opponents, and of course, there was a lot of camping on these sort of individual games, which it was one of the problems. But if you bring the battle to yourself, if you were a bit patient and then able to allure your enemy away or trick them, it was just one of those things that you had as a bonus. So I really enjoyed Shadowrun just because you were able to explore the ideas and the concept. And like I said, I found my unique pattern and I found my calling when that game came through. So we'll move on to the next game that I feel like made me more into going towards Mirage being my main overall Apex Legend. Right guys, so the next title I want to focus on is probably a little game you may have heard of, Halo. And in particularly one Halo. I'm talking about Halo Reach. Now, Halo Reach, I'll be honest, it's not really the most best Halo out there, but one thing I did enjoy about Halo Reach was its multiplayer elements to the game. Now, it tried to incorporate something a bit more different over there. In fact, Halo never used to have a sprint ability until Halo Reach was actually released. And on top of that, for your Spartans, you had in particular unique abilities that you can use to further your gameplay online. So one of the abilities that you can use was actually a clone ability. Now, many of my friends used to like using the sprint ability or the jetpack or even the famous armor lock, which was actually quite annoying and obviously caused a lot of rage amongst the community. But other than that, I liked using the clone ability. Not many people use the hologram at all, and for myself, I felt like more at home with using such a perk. I literally again was able to create a false sense of security for my opponents when I was able to get them out of their flanking spots, and also I was able to know where the camping spots were on certain maps. So when I did call out my hologram, it was able to trick my opponent into thinking I was actually there, call off their shot, and then for me to then outplay them. So again, it worked with myself. I remember my friends saying to myself that why do I continuously use that, but then they realized that I was quite unique with how I approached my techniques and I was actually really good with it. In fact, it became like a little meme amongst my friend group circle where I was just really good at bamboozling people. So now we move on to obviously the main game over here itself, Apex Legends. From my past experience of gaming and also the abilities that I've used in throughout other games, I felt like Mirage was more the character that I was going to find comfort with, I was going to feel at home with. Now, I would admit, with Mirage, there was a couple of problems pre-season 5. In fact, you can notice it on my win ratios over here. Notice on season 5 how I got a lot more wins compared to the other seasons, and that is just because Mirage did need that buff. In fact, his abilities wasn't so great on such a fast gameplay. Whilst on a standard online gamer, you might be able to use the original hologram where it ran directly into one linear path and trick your opponents. In a game like Apex that's so fast, pretty much you're moving constantly, there's no real chance for you to really camp in. It is forcing you towards an inner circle. You had to adapt more further on with the game, and Mirage was kind of lacking behind, which I do admit. But despite all that, I still continued on using Mirage because I did enjoy his dialogue. I felt like he was quite a cool character, and in particular, like I said, I felt comfortable with having the ability to escape as well in the last minute with his ultimate. If there's anything that's happening in the ring that I can activate the ultimate and buy me them crucial seconds, I find it quite useful with Mirage. Now that he's amped up, there's a lot more things I think he can bring onto a team, such as the ability to revive my allies whilst going invisible. That is an extra bonus that I feel like people quickly ignore as well. The other ability for that is getting the hologram to now follow you in a more creative pattern. This again causes a false sense of security and further highlights the ability that he can do. There's a lot of background work that Mirage does for the team that I feel like doesn't get appreciated as much, and I think many people like to have very forwarding actioned players such as Lifeline with her revive draw, Gibraltar with his strikes, of course Watson with a barrier. These are all abilities that I feel like people can usually see what's going on, whilst Mirage is very much self-controlled and centered around that his abilities is very much you deciding what goes where. It can still help the team without them really knowing that what has happened. You may have been able to call out somebody and they would have gave away a shot or a position when they did hit your hologram, so you know exactly what you're looking for. In addition to that as well, when they do fire these shots, they have obviously wasted some bullets, and if you are rushing in and charging in, you've got the advantage by having the larger ammo clip available to your disposal instantly. So there is little things that Mirage can bring on for the team that I feel like it goes unnoticed, and this is why I feel like Mirage Mains do think they do a lot more in the team that they get credit for. And for myself, like I said, I get my wins. I do well with Mirage. As you can see over here, I am enjoying him. The teamwork over here is great. I may be down on the ground and bleeding out, but still at the same time, he has them little unique holograms that he can pull in and buy you them crucial seconds. Again, this is what Mirage is. He's about buying you time and having a plan B. You could say a bit of an escape artist as well. At the end of the day, he does fool your opponents, and that's the whole thing. It is about fooling individuals. Some people might be able to outsmart you, but majority, 90% of the gamers will be tricked by Mirage, and I feel like he would be now a mid-selection tier character, whilst in the previous seasons he may have been a pretty much lowest rated tiered character, which I can appreciate and understand why. There is a lot more that he's now bringing on for the team, like I have listed, and that is the main thing with Mirage. He is quite a unique character. I feel like he works perfectly in the Apex games. The overall abilities that he does bring in is quite unique, and also, like I said, it is very, very enjoyable. With the top of him having a cool character personality, I am forever going to be a Mirage main, and I can see myself always adapting into this gameplay and style in the future. Now, anyway, guys, hopefully you lot agree over here. Like I said, it is a bit of a lengthy topic video, but I just wanted to get a bit of this fun vid, you could say, off my chest. And for those of you in the community who do love using Mirage as well, maybe you can see where I am coming from. But like I said, people, I will be doing a lot more Apex Legend content in the future. So if you want to help out a YouTuber like myself, then come on board and hit that subscribe button, guys. I'm looking forward to getting up to 2,000 subscribers soon on my channel. And also, if you got some time, people, hit that like button. Honestly, that is massively appreciated. In fact, Mirage is giving you a thumbs up right now for doing that. Thank you, everybody, once again. I'm going to leave the gameplay as it is towards the end so you guys can enjoy the rest of this showcase over here. But I will be back with more future vids on Apex Legends. But for now, guys, it's been your lad DJ Wake. I'll see you all next time. Peace up.
She got bamboozled. 1 second, we got this. 1 second, we got this. Bad news, I'm down. You got bamboozled. Look at you. She got bamboozled. You got bamboozled. You got bamboozled. Look at you.
Reloading. They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Give me a sec. Recharging shields. Reloading. I'm down. Hostile contact. Only one squad left. Hostile push.
Let's move that way.
Reloading. Tango down.
That was amazing. Creo que te amo, amigo. Too bad you're...
I think possibly he might be Saudi Arabian.
هلا اجا الزعيم العظيم